What's the matter? Thought you'd gotten rid of me? You should have known better. I always come back. Hello, operators! I am the Tactical Wizard, and today I will be walking you through all the ins and outs and do's and don'ts of setting up your ultimate BB Wars operator rifle. As I've mentioned in previous lessons, real operators have no need for actual human attachments, so your airsoft rifle is probably your best and only friend. So make sure that you pick out a friend that's as solid as you are and deck it out in all the latest attachments so that it looks as good as you do. Every good relationship is built on a solid foundation, so start out by determining what rifle platform is for you and why that platform is obviously an AR. The airsoft industry has been kind enough to ensure that there are a million different AR and M4 variants out there, and that they're pretty much the only good guns out of the box. So naturally, they'll be your solid base to start with as you completely gut them and rebuild them anyway. Avoid making the mistake of thinking that you should buy something unique, or God forbid, going to the dark side and buying an AK. Uncommon guns have uncommon parts, and you'll feel that pain especially when your FAL breaks itself in half during a game after you dare to fucking play with it. As for AKs, the only people who like AKs are barely functional alcoholics who take vodka with their breakfast. So unless you're some kind of Neanderthal, you should be sober enough to realize that lock-in magazines and 10-pound Russian rail systems are inferior bullshit. So since you've settled on M4, as you should, it's obviously an AEG. Don't you dare think about going HPA. We've been over this. Now you could always get a PTW if you really want to flex on the pores, but it's not 2012 anymore, and no one's heard the name Sistema in years, so you're really only flexing on yourself. These days, unless your expensive gun has an umbrella logo on it, no one gives a shit. So you're better off putting that $3,000 into your 401k. Or a night vision setup. Now I know what you're thinking. What if I want a specialty gun? Fear not. The AR can be anything that you want it to be. Want a DMR? Put a scope on it. Want a machine gun? Put a box mag on it. Want a grenade launcher? Put a grenade launcher on it. Or don't specialize at all. Bolt everything onto your gun and be the one-man army you always knew you could be, running your abomination before all that is good in the world. Now when you're building your AR, there's only two directions you can really take it. You're either doing some type of military clone rifle because you're convinced you'll finally finish that impression kit and not quit Milsim West this time. Or you can build some hipster garbage to match your flannel. I think the choice is obvious. Now you and I both know that you're not going to the field with this rifle without as much bullshit on it as you can possibly carry. Optics are the most important place to start, and red dots are obviously the best. Unless you have the type of vision that requires wearing a fishbowl around your face, you have absolutely no need for magnified optics. Unless you're playing as a marksman, because then a magnified optic magically adds 100 feet to your effective range, and you can totally yell at everyone that you're definitely getting them. You can see it through your scope. Next up, every rifle needs a flashlight, even if you only play outdoors on sunny days and go home if it's raining. Your rifle needs a flashlight, trust me. Next up, obviously, you always have to have a foregrip. With the assistance of your foregrip, your tactical C-clamp stance can help you fight off all that massive AEG recoil and shoot perfectly accurately to up to 30 yards. Next up, let's talk about suppressors, or excuse me, mock suppressors. Don't kid yourself. These don't do anything for an AEG, not even your super secret foam-filled ones. But that doesn't mean you're not gonna put one on. Quite the opposite, in fact. You're gonna put one on because they fulfill the most important function of looking operator. Now you could always opt for a tracer unit if you wanted to actually get some use out of this thing, but I once heard that a speed softer was filmed in the same room as a tracer unit, so I'm contractually obligated to hate them. Next, let's talk about lasers. And of course, you have to have an IR laser. Never use a visible laser. It's not cool if poor people can see it. Even if you don't have night vision, you're still gonna have an IR laser. Because remember, rental warriors can flex too. Now that you have your rifle decked out in all the latest fashions, how are you gonna keep your tactical expression of your male fashionista status safe on your body? Obviously, with a sling. And what other sling than the glorious Viking Tactics 2-point padded sling? All other slings are inferior, and my check from Kyle Lamb should be clearing later today. Now, if you want to use a 1-point sling, you could always just skip the middleman and punch yourself in the genitals. As for 3-point slings, I congratulate any of you who can figure out that Charlotte's Web bullshit of nylon webbing, but I cannot. And given the average IQ of most airsofters, you probably can't either. So we should all just skip it and forget they ever existed. Let's talk about upgrades. Now, it doesn't matter how good your brand new airsoft toy you spent $400 on is out of the box. You're obviously gonna tear it apart and replace all of the perfectly functional factory installed parts with almost identical parts installed by an idiot with the teching ability of a Neanderthal. Don't consider what the rules in your area are or what you can practically make use of. The idea here is that you want impressive enough stats and an impressive enough parts list that you can post it on the internet and flex to everyone who will be super impressed. It doesn't even matter if the gun works outside of the one screechy cell phone video you managed to film. I know this is a lot of information to take in, but trust me, it's all going to be valuable when you have to face your ultimate BB Wars adversary.
What in the hell are you? You look like you walked off a fucking Eddie Bauer infomercial, you piece of shit. Get the fuck off my land. What the hell are you doing? I bet you're wearing pink fucking socks underneath them tactical pants. Why don't you wear some fucking jeans like a normal human being? That fucking plaid shirt? What are you wearing that for? You trying to be some kind of lumber sexual? Look at that rifle. What the hell you need all that shit for? You can't just point and shoot. You gotta have all this special shit. What's with a paint job? That's probably the worst goddamn paint job I've ever seen in my life. Who the hell did that? Nathan? What is that, a fucking Chinese? What is that, fucking Chinese red dot you got there? Get the hell off my land. Get that fucking attachment piece of shit off my land. Some Gucci boy bullshit. What the fuck is that? Get out of here. Multicam sling? You really need your sling to be camouflaged too? And your gun? You're wearing a fucking flannel shirt, jackass. Get the fuck out of here.
Fuck you, Fud Boy! Don't tell me what to do!
Oh, we doing this now?
What the fuck, man? You're not gonna call any of those hits?
You ain't calling your hit either.
You didn't fucking hit me. You can't shoot for shit.
Fuck you. You can't hit shit even with all that pretty fucking attachments.
You can't hit shit because you can't even shoulder your fucking rifle, asshole.
I don't need a fucking shoulder stock.
Call your fucking hits, asshole.
Call your fucking
I'm gonna
hits.
fucking come over there if you don't call your fucking
I'll
hits.
fucking go over there and fuck you.
Fuck you.
No, fuck you.
Fuck you.
No,
fuck you. Oh, Daddy! No, keep it going. Keep it going. I'm putting that in. I'm putting that in.